Kenny Hope, my man, how you doing?
Hanging in Friday, second week of March down.
That's
Finally.
right. Terrence Watson, my man, in the middle, how you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm a little frozen at the moment, but we all know how it goes. I got to talk to my
Ain't
to my
nothing new,
internet
champ.
provider. But I'm excited about tonight, man. I'm watching the show and we're recording the show. This is amazing.
Listen, man, nothing new about you being frozen like the movie here. Every time you were good backstage, in a little 2 minute combo we had,
I don't know what it is.
and shit goes live. The brights get lighter, and you just freeze up, man.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
man, it's my internet.
Oh, come on, man. Well, as your internet is trying to find itself, Kenny Holt on the far right at Cowbunga _K_E_N. Terrence Watson in the middle now, looking good. Lower East Scribe. Randy
did
J.
it.
Cruz on the far left. RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also go to prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control for your official 2 out of 3 falls podcast t-shirt. Again, prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control for the official 2 out of 3 falls podcast t-shirts. So we are doing this live. So you are watching on Twitter, X, get this banner out the way, Twitter, X, YouTube. Any questions, comments, feedback regarding Smackdown tonight, regarding Raw on Monday, or whatever else you want to talk about as we are in the WrestleMania season, let us know. Hit us up in the chat. If not, you'll be hearing from me, Terrence, and Kenny for the next 45 minutes or so. Already off rip. Derek, appreciate you. I love this match. I'm assuming he means the Profits.
Oh, man. What a match.
New tag team champions, Street Profits. First time in 4 years they've had tag team gold. So that was a little interesting nugget to know. I'm like, it was 4 years since they won a tag team championship.
It's been that long, and I got to say, man, it's about damn time.
Yeah, but the question is why? Why? What was the holdup of why you can't?
I
They
mean,
couldn't.
they couldn't do it because I think the Usos were still the tag champs.
No,
They
you're right.
unified
So
both those titles, so Usos were still top of the game. Profits up and coming, but the Usos are the hottest. Buzz Lightyear toys to come in. So that's what it is. Respect to the Usos, but the Profits was well deserved, so they needed that.
yeah, no, big time, big time. Well, hold on, Usos had the joints that Profits had now, or the other ones that the War Raiders have.
So I think the Usos they both had both the Raw and SmackDown tag team champions.
That's right. That's right.
They
They
won
said, nah,
both
give me the whole shit.
Yeah, so and they just made it basically the unified tag team championships.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, when you think about it, so because once it became unified, it changed hands. What was that? That was last Mania, right? During that when they unified it.
They wanted the Usos
in the
lost
tag match. It was Miz
R Truth in it, right? R Truth. No,
It was Miz and R Truth. They
Miz and
won.
R Truth. They unified.
Oh, you know what?
and it was Theory and Waller, I think.
You're right. That wasn't the unified. That wasn't the unified belt. That was
the last one. I think was Sammy and KO that won it at 39. And that's
they had both, but then they had to drop
Judgment Day. I think either Judgment Day may have won it. Judgment Day won it from Sammy and Hope. They won it from Cody and Jay, but yeah, they just decided to split it up. Then they decided to split it up and get rid of those belts.
Yeah,
I think I have not a theory, but I have a reason that I'm
a theory already. Wow, we're only 5 minutes into it already.
Yo, let's do this. This is Mania season. We gotta come correct. And my internet would be lagging in the beginning, so I got to make up for it.
Come on, man.
I think that Montez Ford was on the trajectory to get a solo run, and because Orton came back and CM Punk came back, and now obviously Cena was down the line. I don't know how far along the way they knew that, right? But I think with them two coming back, the trickle down effect happened, all right, we got to keep you guys together now. But we already had an idea around how the tag team titles were gonna like change hands, because it felt like for a while, Tez, but also just the Street Profits in general were a little bit lost in the shuffle. I like this kind of in between. Are we heels? Are we not? We talk our shit. You know what I mean? Like we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks around that, like that tweener, yo. Like it's something about that tweener that everyone's loving, and they are falling into that. And here we go. Like, you know, now we're gonna get to see a run where they're just a little bit more badass. You know what I mean? And I think that's where they need to go. Let some of that frustration out.
It's funny you mentioned that because I think it was a few weeks ago. I think it was the night Cena turned heel. You weren't on that show, but I had Cornell on the show, and we were going about like Rock and Cena. Does it morph into more members, and you know what's the name going to be, whatever. So long story short, you know I'm pretty sure he brought it up, but now I'm seeing. I think that the trajectory is Cena's going to win the title at Mania. That's part one. If The Rock was to get more members, he would want to get champions on his little clique. Profits are now tag team champions. Bianca Belair is in line to win the title at WrestleMania. He mentioned that, hey, what if you had The Rock and Cena, and then you know Travis is out there, but you're recruiting your new corporation, your new roster. Get a tag team, young tag team. Get a female on the roster. So I'm thinking like, what if, from what he said, Rock, Cena, you pick up the Profits, you pick up a Bianca Belair, and it's like now you don't know if they're good or bad. It's the gray area. Like, hey, I like them, they badass, but you know what? I don't know if they're gonna be good or bad. So I'm seeing like, could it be possible that because you can't just have them win tonight and then like lose at Mania? I think they should have it post Mania as well. You know, keep the run going. But like, you know, you're seeing them change. They're wearing all black. You're seeing Bianca wearing all black. She's gonna be in a prime spot at Mania for the title. Could we see Rock and Cena build a champions kind of core going forward? Because it can't just be those two guys.
Kenny, thoughts?
Sorry, I was gonna let you do it, but
I mean, yeah, I have a thought. If you want me to,
you have a theory? You got a theory for me?
I have another theory.
All right, let's do it.
I feel like that's a little too nation of domination looking.
Oh,
for them to go that route. Listen, we gonna shake the table.
Okay.
Love the WWE, obviously, right? Like we all do. But the first time we haven't gotten no shout out during February, and we all know what February is. So it'd be a little interesting for them to just be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make a full."
You're right.
Every day.
I don't know. I don't know if they would go that route. What would be more? Well, not more interesting because I actually would love that. What I could see is maybe instead of Bianca, just to make it a little bit extra spicy, seeing as how everything's unveiled and we all know it, make it Rhea. That would be fucking yo. Make it Rhea.
No.
I mean, listen,
it
would make for a really interesting.
I can see it.
It would make for a real interesting.
It's got to be someone who's not or was not in a previous faction. To me, and to build somebody, Rhea's already built. You don't need to keep building on her. Like now, if you told me Jade, the muscle, you know what I'm saying? Like I would take her.
She's the new China. In terms of like she's the female, she's the muscle, but she's the, you know what I mean? Like she's the woman.
Yeah, could be,
yeah. But I think it's a little too soon. I feel like Randy's point and your point, T. I feel like Rock is picking. If this was to happen, he's going to select soldiers or people with him who fall within this gray area. Who's like, want to win but got nothing to lose. They like on the way of Jason Todd or Deadpool way, meaning it's no good versus bad. Like they're not because they can't be fully bad because everyone truly loves them. They like what they do. They like their work. They can't be fully good because they're not aligning to what the crowd is and their own morals. So
Yeah.
they really stuck between this whole place, but like they want to make their own rules. They make their own rules, but everyone's still gonna love them for what they do, even if it's malicious or so. But
Yeah.
that's why I don't know. We'll see how Bianca is, even though it's changing. But I can see if Rhea can do it because I feel like now Rhea's might on that verge of like snapping, maybe snapping her Bianca. Profits. Let's see how they are as champions. There might be. They're not probably gonna. I don't think the profits are gonna be those. We want the smoke champions. They like, yo, what's up? We done talking. What's up? So
No, I hear you. I see it two ways. Um, if you look at it from an evolution standpoint, and I'm not saying to date anybody like how old they are, but say Rock is in Flair's spot,
right.
Cena is in Hunter's spot.
Okay.
You need a young people, Orton and Batista. They did not go out and get a tag team. They got two individual stars.
Mhm.
So, but this time the evolution of who's next that needs it, who needs that push. Rhea does not need it. She's fine on her own. Who else on the roster needs that rub from Rock, the rub from Cena? I think it'd be cool if the Profits were a part of that. Cornell also mentioned like Carmelo Hayes could be a guy
Yeah.
that you could add to
Mhm.
that mix. Like, oh shit, talking to Mike, got swag, you know what I'm saying? And then a female, like who look at the whole entire female roster. Who's like the top two picks you could put this damn with the Rock and John Cena? I'm thinking post WrestleMania, because even though they heels, quote unquote, they get cheered like the whole time. Rock is a bad guy, but he'll get cheered. Cena's a bad guy now, he'll get cheered at
Yeah.
fucking WrestleMania. So who else can you, aside from Bianca, Jade, who else on the female roster can get that needs the rub, but can also fit the core and the style of what they're trying to present?
Mm.
It's funny because the person who comes to mind doesn't need it at all, and it's interesting because I feel like the woman they bring in is going to be someone that's high caliber. She'll be someone that doesn't necessarily need it, but
Yeah,
has the mic skills, has the crowd, is a little bit of a tweener. I actually think it would be great if Liv Morgan was that person. She won't be. She's
yeah,
definitely dedicated to Judgment Day, and like
that's
that's totally
right.
makes sense. I'm just saying when you break it down that way, I'm like, actually, I'd love to see Liv be the
Mhm.
one to be like even more of the mouthpiece because she's low key great on the mic. Like I think that's one of her most
Yeah,
underrated skills. Uh, I could kind of see. I don't know. I would love to see Carmelo Hayes because I feel like it would elevate him. Um, I'm kind of sold on this idea of the Street Profits though. I
Yeah.
hope it is. If they do go tag team route, I hope it's them.
I feel
yeah,
as though this was something that we should have saw. We would have saw earlier with the Profits with Bobby Lashley. With when they were in, we thought we was gonna see this.
yeah.
But unfortunately, they had to go separate ways. So
Oh yeah,
hopefully,
the Hurt Business. Yeah,
her business, and hopefully we get a revamp to this because I think the Profits were due in line to win those titles with Lashley as their manager, but
Mhm.
show things change, audibles happen, so
But that was also post Usos.
that
So
was so
something else had to happen. Tag teams were KO Sammy, were Judgment Day. They were Vision R Truth, Austin Waller and Theory. Like
we had a
they could
lot.
have got they could have got those belts a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's either that or have Montez be the singles star, which I think will happen.
yeah,
In this calendar year.
yeah.
Really?
I think.
I don't see it now.
Ah,
I think it's that problem that we talked about before, where there's an embarrassment of riches and there's so much like there's not a lot of room
I'm
to
not
build
saying
up.
break up like a New Day breakup. I'm saying like just start going on your own. Like
But you know that that's the road to
yeah,
a breakup. So I don't know. I'm not. I don't. This I feel like now is a weird time to do it. Before when you didn't have a CM Punk and you didn't have a Orton, and
Yeah.
you know, I feel like there was other people they were trying to elevate, but now it's just like, how do you keep everybody engaged? Because I'll say this, like, I haven't heard a Braun Breaker like story that I've been like interested in, like, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they just had to throw Jimmy into like they started to establish that he wants to go into like, you know, the US title conversation, which I think is really good.
And that could be a multi-man. So that might be the multi-man match, and Braun might just get a singles match at Mania, because you probably see Jimmy, you see Fatu involved, you see Braun, you see Solo. Like, okay, this might be a multi-man for the US title, but then what does that leave Braun Breaker?
I feel Braun can go up against. I think that Braun should have lost the title against Sheamus at on the Netflix show. That would have been pretty good. Give Sheamus the you know the triple crown, like give him all of it, because you know I think he's won almost every title except the Intercontinental. I think if you would have had Sheamus have it, Braun would have fought back and clawed, and I could have saw him winning either before WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. So I feel like one thing they dropped the ball on that. Like Sheamus could have won the title from Braun. He could have won it from Braun because he dropped the title to Jimmy on Raw one time. Then he won it back. So I think if you wanted to get more Braun's character as the evil dog, as the heel, you could have done that. Him, you know, attacking Sheamus or so. That's, if you would have, if they would have dropped the belt to Sheamus for Braun Breaker, I think it would have built more behind, like, Braun established himself as the accurate heel he started out to be. Now, despite everyone loves him, despite how much he barks now, everyone's going for him, and I don't know if it might be like Finn and Braun. I mean, we like it, but I don't think we're gonna see Finn winning that from Braun, other than we would have wanted to see Sheamus.
Yeah, no, I had a thought. You mentioned Finn, and we seen the promo for, I think, Ray Phoenix and Aleister Black, and I'm thinking like, hey, what if Finn doesn't beat Braun? Does Braun go into just, you know, fucking around? Does he go into Mania like how Seth did at 38? Like, go out there and looking for an opponent, and all of a sudden Black is the guy that comes in, or right away, because now I think he will be the new leader and the member of Judgment Day. At some point, Finn is going to be out of Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You already see the seeds being planted with that. Black comes in, new leader. He's the guy, and Finn is out. So I don't know what Braun is going to do. The point I did have is the fact that this is the within the last month or so, the fourth title change, which I'm not mad at it. New tag team champions on the men's side, new tag champs on the women's side, new women's champion, and a new U.S. champion, all within the last month or so. So those titles are changing. So, but I think rightfully so. I think the people who are champions now going to Mania, I think they should have the belt going to Mania. Profits, Raquel, Liv, LA Knight, and what am I saying? And EO. They're gonna walk in Mania as the respective champions. And I'm like, okay, so that's 4 in the last month. I assume some are gonna be changing hands at Mania. So just seeing that, you know, it has been a good thing for all of us to see, you know, playing hot potato with the fucking titles.
I love it. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when we were kids and like the titles changed hands. You know, there's a reason Ric Flair is a 16-time world
You're right.
champion. It's because he lost.
Yeah, he lost 15 times.
Right. Yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like, I think for what the time period was, having Roman like go after certain records, and you know, like having him be the champion as well as our tribal chief. You know what I mean? Let me acknowledge Roman real quick. Let me acknowledge that shirt that you're wearing, by the way.
Oh, sure.
HBK. You know what I mean? Shout out to Randy.
right.
with the greatness on. You feel me?
This is like 1994, 1995 Shawn Michaels.
No, right as he was on his way.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's more exciting because now you really don't know what's going to happen, and I think that there's something to that, and it makes you feel like I gotta watch Raw, I gotta watch SmackDown. You know, I have to watch every PLE because you never know, like the titles can change, and that just adds another element of excitement.
What else we got here? So a few things.
Hey,
this part one of your boys, right? Right, T?
Oh yeah, it's my man Marcus.
Yo, put the ones up.
Him.
So it was funny, you know, going to Raw on Monday at the Garden. You know, you walk outside and you just, you know, a nice night, and I'm like, why is Roman Reigns music blasting somewhere, like a speaker, like the guy who rides you around the city with the lights on, the shit's blasting. I'm like, the fuck going on? Then everybody walking out like this, OTC, OTC, acknowledge me, and I'm like, yo, I gotta took the phone out, got a little minute clip, and they just like the theme song before this one, you know, the one I love the most. Everybody they're walking out this from far away, one's up, OTC, OTC, and I'm like, only fucking New York, bro. Only New York, outside of the Garden, you're just acknowledging Roman Reigns. But later, Cena song played, Seth, CM Punk. I'm like, I can't be here all night, bro. I'm going home.
When's the last time Mania was in the Garden?
WrestleMania 20, which makes 21 years today.
Wow. You remember that?
This is what we do. This is what me and Graham do. We be talking, and then we do like sidebar. We just stop what we're doing, and then put that to the side. Since we're already at WrestleMania 21. I'm sorry, 21 years ago today. The last time it was held in the Garden. Real quick, because I have it right in front of me. We had 12 matches on the card, right?
Yes.
John Cena beat Big Show for the United States Championship. Rob Van Dam and Booker T won a Fatal 4-Way for the World Tag Team titles. Christian beat Chris Jericho.
Thanks, Joe.
Evolution beat the Rocker Sock Connection in a 3-on-2 handicap match. Tori Wilson and Sable won a Playboy evening gown women's tag match.
Crazy time.
Hey man, this is 2004, bro. Chavo Guerrero, as champion, retained his cruiserweight title or cruiserweight. Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar. Classic.
No, it's not.
Too Cool kept their tag team titles. Oh, Kenny's girl Victoria kept her her title in a hair versus title match for the women's championship. Eddie Guerrero beat Kurt Angle to keep his WWE title.
Excuse me.
Taker beat Kane, and then Benoit beat Hunter and Shawn to be the new world heavyweight champion.
Yep.
21 years ago today, WrestleMania 20.
You remember the promotion they were really pushing? Like they were just saying, "It's happening where it all began again."
Yeah.
So it was really big because
every 10 years it was happening at the Garden.
So the first WrestleMania took place in the Garden.
Yeah.
So,
Kenny, I know you ain't asked me that question.
Hey, just doing it for the people.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't know the WrestleMania 1 was it in the Garden?
I knew, looking back at my history, but
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, so I guess for me, this WrestleMania I was able to like fully enjoy and fully go through because it was happening again in the Garden. What other place that have WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden? So this is where you still have it in the sports arenas, and no other famous place is MSG. So that WrestleMania was, just the impact. It was really good. I liked it. The one match that I thought that got really a lot of hype for it, but it performed very lackluster or just bad.
Goldberg
and Lesnar, because it got really so much hype, the build up for it since the Royal Rumble, and And both, I think, also too, both of them were also in talks of not coming back, like they were going to leave
And
afterwards.
it's weird how like it was pre-social media like that. It wasn't like you had the internet, but still people found out Brock was gonna go try to do this
Yeah,
football thing, and Goldberg was out, so it was weird. Plus, you had Stone Cold as the referee to just to try to help, and um, it, it's weird how like that was that's what you recall the most from that match. It wasn't Stone Cold, it wasn't Goldberg with the moves and Brock. It was the crowd chanting, "You sold out, or you leaving us," and they just shitted on. And plus, it's New York City. When they find shit out, those New York fans
find
gonna be like,
out.
"No, we're gonna shit on you regardless." All the whole match, and that match never had a chance because everybody found out they were leaving and felt a certain way. So what could have been if they were to stay, we never know. But yet, I think when people hear WrestleMania 20, it's that it's the triple threat with Benoit, um, the Guerrero match with Kurt, and then Benoit. I'm sorry, Eddie coming out to greet Benoit at the end,
Yeah,
and then John Cena winning the U.S. title. That's what you recall the most from WrestleMania, and the Rock and Sock, but it was all right. But those other matches are like the moments you talk about from WrestleMania 20.
what did you guys think about Taker coming back as the Dead Man and leaving the American Badass behind into this new Dead Man?
Terrence, are you a Dead Man Taker fan or a biker Kid Rock badass Taker fan?
Out of respect for
Oh,
um,
you know what that
someone that I
means,
feel like has to be on almost everyone's Mount Rushmore, right? Like,
Taker.
yeah, if he's not on your Mount Rushmore, he got to be in the top five. I feel like just out of respect. Um,
He's somewhere for me. I don't know about Mount Rushmore, but he's somewhere for me. I
you
love
know what
Taker.
he is on my. I always go a teeter between him and Brett for a lot of reasons, and I usually
Oh,
Come
I
on, bro.
usually go towards Brett, but I
Hey,
ain't gonna
hey,
hold you like it.
uh-oh.
Sometimes I'm like it's Taker, but what
you
I will
talk
say,
about the hitman right there. Hey,
I mean, my okay, we could do our Mount Rushmores again
yeah,
at any
different
time.
show, different time, different show.
I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway,
Yeah,
to answer your question though, I'm always a fan. I mean, like Deadman is the Undertaker that I knew, right? That I grew up on, that I connected with, that terrified the hell out of me. Putting people in caskets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah,
I'm always gonna be a fan of that Taker. I
yeah,
can appreciate, especially now, being older, and even then, him reinventing the character and giving it new energy because
yes,
when he first came out, y'all remember he didn't talk. He was
no,
built as like, pale and dead and cold and like,
yep,
so like for him to evolve the character and like and let it breathe. I feel like sometimes people don't let things breathe nowadays. Not to sound like an old person, but I feel like that's part of the problem is everything is so microwave that you don't just get to appreciate. So the
Word.
fact that, he let that character he let the Undertaker develop the way it should and for the times. I can say like yeah, it was cool to see him give it a new life, but it was also really cool to go back to the dead man.
I tell you one thing, then we'll move on, but could be a little controversial, not in a bad way. I think that Ministry of Darkness theme song for Taker, I think that's his best one.
Which one? The first one or
The
the
one, the one that he had at SummerSlam '98, Highway to Hell,
with
that
Hoss?
that era Taker.
Mm.
Yeah, that one. When he was putting Stone Cold on the cross and that theme,
Okay, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the
okay.
the, the the first one's iconic, classic. I get it. Trust me, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying that Ministry of Darkness, right? Like, yo, that's like uh, everything put together in one. Like, oh shit, now Taker is evolving and reinventing. Like now it's a different character. Like, nah, this shit right here, tough. I
Mm.
think I think it's better.
I will always like the American Badass Taker. Like that Taker was very it was very it generated a lot more what was going on with culture, pop culture, more with what the turn was. Everyone was really hung up with not trying to get into real political, but like more so showing American pride, but also showing about like who their real self was.
Yeah.
I feel like Undertaker, as much as he said like he still has a darkness in him, but this is his real self. He's just more punishing, more. He went from the American Badass to Big Evil, so that was a really good turn what he did. Riding the motorcycle. Everyone thought that was really cool. I was one of them. Thought
Yeah.
that was real cool, just rolling out that. I mean, I would say the Judgment Day 2000 comeback is still one of its wrestling's greatest comebacks. When you hear that reaction and then the Raw right after when Taker came back, amazing pop. I remember watching that. Yo,
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch that Judgment Day, but I saw the little highlights, and then Raw came out. Taker came. I was like, boom.
You know what throws me off?
You say what?
You know what throws me off about the biker Kane Taker?
What?
The short hair. Like he had the super duper short hair. And I'm like, oh shit, where's the long black hair, Taker? Oh my god, with the
Brown.
bandana and shit. I'm like, oh god. Like that Judgment Day joint when he came back
Yeah.
with the, if you would have kept that, I'm like, oh shit, like hair is a weird thing. Like if you cut something, like it's like it looks off. Like Edge with short hair, like oh god, Edge,
Oh god, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or Sean cut his hair. I'm like, oh Sean, what happened to the hair? Like even Hunter, like seeing Hunter ball, like it's like I'm so used to a certain image. I'm like, oh shit, it's just crazy. But no, listen, American Badass was fire. I think it lasted what 2-3 years because
Yeah.
I know at WrestleMania, yeah, because WrestleMania in 21-05, he was back to being a dead man against Orton. In
Yeah.
04, dead man against Kane. So that was a
it, yeah.
two. No,
Yeah. It went dead after the Buried Alive match with Vince when Kane buried Undertaker. So I guess a reference he's burying the American Badass character.
What,
behind.
2-3 years basically?
Yeah, so he's burying that and bringing back the dead man. The dead man rises again. So,
hey, underrated match: Taker and Kane Inferno match, Unforgiven. That's a very, very underrated. It's better than the WrestleMania one they had at 14 for sure, and better than WrestleMania 20. Inferno match.
Oh, okay.
Inferno, come on, bro. It's just.
I was say WrestleMania 14 was good too.
It was all right. It was all right. They just have it on. They have it on the YouTube where they were both watching it, like the playback, and they're both watching it in real time and just talk about the ins and outs. And I'm like, even they were saying there were some rough moments in there. And Taker was like, "Ooh, that was a bad tombstone." Like, oh shit! But Inferno, they got this shit together. And anyway, real quick, do you believe that Jade knows Naomi did it because she saw her run away? Is that enough to put Naomi on the spot? Like, oh, she did it because they asked her, how you know, how you find out, how you know? Oh, I saw her run away.
I mean, at this point, Naomi's kind of admitted it, right? So
true, but social media can be like, yeah, but she's taking the L for Bianca currently. Like this is all an act. This is all like I'm gonna take it, but at some point in time, I'm gonna rat you out.
What I hope they're doing is giving Naomi a little bit more of a boost with her character. You know what I mean? Because I feel like she was kind of that third edition. No disrespect, she's a legend, but Bianca's the now, right? And Jade's the up and coming. So there were times like she's right. Like there was kind of like, oh yeah, like they would support each other in the big three moments at Rumble. Like the three of them in the ring, and that was all incredible. But yeah, as time went on, it kind of felt like Naomi was like the Sheik Luch. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't really, she just was that third person. So I do I think it's kind of cool that maybe we'll get a little bit of a feud, and We get a Naomi we haven't really seen.
Mm-hmm.
Just to evolve her a little bit.
Yeah, now I get it. Kenny,
Yeah.
we think. Yeah, are you buying that Jade is saying she knows because she saw Naomi run away, or do you think this is going to be this ain't the end all be all?
I don't think this is gonna be end, especially with Bianca and Naomi. With Jade, I saw that with Jade said that. I think I'm like, okay, so now I know Naomi admitted it, but now I'm thinking like, is there more to this puzzle? Like, I feel like there's more to it. It's like Saw, like it's never end. It's like what else is going
Oh
to this
boy,
jigsaw? Like what I feel like there's more to this jigsaw puzzle that's not complete. So, but if so, Naomi said she had her intentions, but I'm like, if so, she did the push, then I feel like who else was involved if Naomi was running? Someone else probably seen her, and also too, what did Jade also remember? And there was a thing where there was a report that said Naomi did visit Jade in the hospital.
mm-hmm.
And Naomi's confirmed to say, "Yeah, I did too." So, what was some also intentions of that? Like maybe some higher power. What I don't know. In my own multiverse, we're gonna see what someone come out in a covered gown, and Bianca's gonna say, "It was me, Jade. It was me all along, Jade." But
I
yeah,
think for me the fact that I don't I think I don't buy that Naomi is she might be saying it,
do you
but
think
I don't believe because if that's the case, bro, we would have saw they would have showed video evidence by now.
that
The
too?
fact that you haven't shown no video at this current point in time from a thing that happened in November shows me that they were holding on to this to show something else that maybe they showed Bianca and Naomi talking prior to that, or they show Bianca pushing Jay, but then Naomi might have seen, oh shit, oh let me go run and get help. So Jay might be thinking Naomi push me because remember you're getting pushed from the back onto the car, so you
Right.
can't see behind you. And if you somehow see her running away, I I think that there's a bigger story down the line because if there's no video out yet in 6 months, whatever it is, they're holding on to that for something bigger and special.
Do you think also it could be from what Naomi's words said to Bianca last week or so? She was like basically calling her ungrateful.
Yeah, I
Why
did
is
it for you.
Yeah, like why is she calling you ungrateful? Like, did she do something for you, but you don't feel appreciative of what you did? So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. At some point in time, it's gonna crack. Like, damn, Bianca, you was really behind this shit. Wow, that's crazy. You fucked up.
but what if Naomi did it,
I
but
still think
Bianca probably saw it, but she didn't tell her don't do it, and
no.
she probably went to the back to save face,
Mhm.
to maybe
I,
save her image.
I still think Bianca is part of this for real. I do too. I don't buy Naomi just doing it. She's taking an L, being a good sport, being a good friend, but at some point in time, that's just gonna crack. And oh, listen, hey Jay, listen. By the way, she's part of it. I got the film.
T, what do you think about it, homie?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I kind of was just happy that we finally got Jade back and we got some sort of admission. But
Yeah.
I will say they are moving on with it a little fast. So you might have something there. Maybe there is uh, some unfinished business and there's something to do with Jade that we just don't know yet. But to be honest, the fan in me, I really just hope we get a real feud between Bianca and Rhea. Like, I
Mhm.
hope that if Io walks out of the, WrestleMania with the title, one of the two of them feels slighted by the other one. And,
Exactly.
and I want a real feud. I've been waiting for that for the longest because
Mm.
keep me honest here, but I don't think the two of them have had a feud on the main roster yet.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say no.
no.
Like one on one, I'm gonna say no.
All right, they haven't, and I feel like they are, the 1A, 1B, depending on where you want to put them right now. Like, I know
Hmm.
Charlotte's back, all respect to her, but they are the top dogs. You feel me? So it's like I want to see that they're both great on the mic. I think They're both like really skillful, but also really muscular. Like I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like I want to see them really have a real series, a real program with each other.
Real quick, so now I'm gonna pull it up. Did you guys know this? Let me get this. Let me get this out. My bad. Hold on. Cause I just like showing stuff.
Oh, you didn't know?
The women have never had a one-on-one wrestling match at WrestleMania outside of title matches. So this might be the first women's match between Naomi and Jade that is just a solid one-on-one match with no titles involved ever at WrestleMania.
Oh wow!
Hey,
Oops. There you go. Nope, not that one. There you go.
I mean, that'd be cool. Would love to see the two of them make history again with, Naomi being a legend and a surefire Hall of Famer in my book. And then Jade obviously developing, right? Like, I think like we personally, I want to see her develop a little bit more on the mic, but she should get there. You know what I mean? And so like, she does talk shit. One thing she's good at is beating ass and talking shit.
The whole week with Jade.
Twitter has been hot.
Right.
It's
It's fun as hell. I saw somebody like in the quote tweets be like, yo, girl, they over there texting each other like, girl, you should have seen what I just wrote.
Yep. Bro.
They're having fun with it.
Yo.
The Jade and the Naomi on Twitter, and also the Bianca and the Rhea and the EO Sky on Twitter. That was they bitch and this, and I'm like, shit. Let me just
looking at this stuff at work while I'm teaching. I'm like,
word is like that. Oh, and then the Rikishi and get your pop. I'm like,
F you, Rikishi. I'm like, wow.
I was like, yo. Then the Drew McIntyre. It's like everybody mad people involved in this shit.
Everyone getting straight. I like it. It's different times because now it's really keeping it alive, keeping your imagination going, keeping everything from work. You're still working even when you're off the clock, just to keep it
exactly
good.
Keep
for
it
us.
going.
Keep it going. But as T said, I like it. Given more, we should see title matches like this. Matches like this that aren't title contested. If you give Jade and Naomi a good match, this works well for Doom. Naomi gets her recognition, and Jade gets the way to grow and to build more for it.
Well, you see, Hunter with the new tag champions, Street Profits.
I thought he was giving the suck it symbol,
real quick, right?
Yeah, I thought he was like,
that. Okay, yeah, I thought so too. But no, he's shaking their hands.
Yeah. Like, damn, you could have just gave him. That's nice.
You never know. Looking at the future members of Rocks Corporation.
I can see it. It matches the gold, the black. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
The new nation, the new corporation, the mafia, the final bosses.
The mafia.
The new bosses.
I found something not found. I saw something interesting. So they announced Backlash is going to be in St. Louis, the home of Randy Orton. So this will be the next show after WrestleMania. So if you were plotting, if you were planning, write this down, 44-minute mark. If you were plotting, hey, maybe a certain someone wins a title at WrestleMania, is a bad guy now, and then gets in the next contender that's in line is like an old friend, an old rival, but now you're flipping the sides where Orton is now a good guy, Cena's now a bad guy. You never had that before in the sport. So could we really be in line for a hot crowd in St. Louis cheering for Randy Orton as he tries to dethrone champion John Cena, or something else? Because I think when it's all said and done, Orton and Cody had to get their shit on. So you want Cody Orton, or you want Orton Cena at Backlash? Don't even say triple threat either.
No. I don't want a triple threat. I think it's interesting because I felt like if anybody was going to take the belt away from Cena and be the person that he drops it to, it'd be Orton. But actually, the way it's going now, that was pre heel turn. So let me make that clear.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it gives Cody an opportunity to go away for a little bit and then come back at, later. I don't, who knows when they'll drop the belt, but it does give opportunity for Cody's face run to be even more substantial, like we talked about. So it would be cool because this is obviously the last time the two of them will be in St. Louis together. And like you said, it could be something that we've never seen before, which is why I think, like, even though we had to talk about how huge Cena's heel turn is, we won't know until it's over, right? Like, just how impactful, because here are the moments it creates. You know what I mean? Like, just like you said, like, the reason this is cool is because it's always been the opposite. Now we might have a face Orton versus a heel Cena, and that's cool. Like, and for him to give us, him being Cena, to be honest, for him to give us this opportunity to see things we've never seen in his last year, I think that's what makes this heel turn so special, even right now.
And I think at this point in time, Orton needs to be in the title picture as well. I think he's been out of it for quite some time, and I get it. He did thing with Sammy and KO and all the guys, Carmelo. Like, but at some point in time, hey Orton. Like, plus Orton ain't that far behind Cena either. I think he's 14. I think he's tied with Hunter at 14 to 15. So he's knocking on that door too. Hey, listen, you talk about your title shit. Listen, I can get 15, I can get 16, I could damn near get 17 too. So like we both on the same path. So if it is them two at Backlash, count me in. I'm all in for it. I just think seeing how WrestleMania ends, like, does Orton get involved at all? Like, this ain't gonna be no regular one-on-one. No, this is gonna be people getting involved, and that's why I mentioned Flair. Orton, like, it's gonna be that kind of schmaz that if Cena walks out, he's not gonna win clean. He's gonna win dirty. So you gotta expect The Rock, obviously. So you gotta expect a lot of shenanigans going on, and maybe Orton is involved in that. That leads to Backlash. But Cena is now champion, but as a heel. But I think, because we've seen that so many times, Orton's a bad guy, Cena's a good guy. But now it'll be very interesting with getting a home crowd chanting Orton, but the heel chants for John is going to be like it's like, come on, bro.
Monumental.
Yeah.
I
don't think Orton wins. I don't think Orton wins.
Not even in his hometown. I don't think so.
No, we're not doing that. No.
I want to join in on that part too, because I think there's something that we have to acknowledge about whatever faction they create. You know what I mean? Like under The Rock and under the final boss. I think that there's something to, like, remember what he was selling on Cody on. No matter where you are, I could take you here. So I think that that's an important part, and I think that we're gonna get a lot of the runouts that we got, say, with the Bloodline. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get a lot of, like, The Rock throwing his influence and muscle around. We're gonna get a lot of they're gonna feel untouchable, and they have to, right? Like, they got to be the new powerful thing that somehow even is more untouchable than the Bloodline. You know what I mean? And because they have Cena as the champion, but also The Rock as, like, the boss and the final boss, whoever's around them, they got to play their role, and part of that role is making sure that the titles stay at home. But I think you're right. Like, it is really important how WrestleMania ends, because then we'll be able to see, like, okay, well, who? I don't think Cena is gonna win a lot clean.
No, and he shouldn't. If you're the heel, you have to win dirty and do some slime ball shit.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm in agreement. I think, like, after Mania, I think the faction, no matter what, will be set at least by the Monday after Mania. That would be a cool time to, like, cap it off and, like, let us know who's really who. And yeah, you're right. I think at Backlash we get it, but Orton loses because the final boss's What are we gonna call this faction? By the way, I don't even know what to call it.
Would you? What would you? Would you? Oh man, that's a good question. Like it has to be something. I feel like it's like a rebirth of the Nation of Domination, but it's it's not going to be that same name, but it will have to be something like okay, it has to be something referencing now that's supposed to stay in the movement. The Nation of Domination was a relating a heavy form in the 90s of
Mm-hmm.
political power, black political power, standing up. So, and now we have something that everybody wants to be, I could say maybe want to be their own independent way, do things their way, be their own type of boss, create their own type of leadership, create their own movement.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just, it's like so many names. We could play with name plays forever, but it will take too long. But I say this, it will happen like this. Agree with you guys. Cena's going to win, not clean, and he faces off against. I think he may face off against. He's going to face off against Randy at Backlash, but I think even at Mania, someone's going to reveal themselves to come help for Cody, but then turn and they're going to end up working for The Rock.
The Rock.
That will be one. So someone that you automatically thought like is going to help Cody, you will see, and next they change and they turn on him. And those predictions about who's stabbing you in the front or back will come to fruition at WrestleMania. And
Mm-hmm.
to T's point, we'll see more on the Monday after WrestleMania because I like how T's thinking. You want to keep this going. You don't want it to die at Mania. You want to keep building it up. That's how you keep it. That's how you keep it going good.
So we have Mania in Vegas, Backlash in St. Louis in May. Also in May in Tampa, Florida is Saturday night's main event. And it says Cena will be on that show.
Oof.
Another Saturday main event in July. So May show there's no other pay-per-view. I think this gotta be NXT, right? Yeah, NXT Battleground, but that's in May. Main event in July. Then you go. Nah, it's gotta. So you trying to tell me from Backlash, just the two main events, and then SummerSlam in August?
So no King of the Ring in June.
I don't see. I currently I don't see a June show because obviously Backlash is May 10th.
Man, they
So there's
moved
no
it up.
June and there's no July right now.
Fully Loaded was in July.
Yeah, like
When is Crown Jewel? Can you remind me?
Crown
passed.
Jewel.
That passed. That was back in.
I'm saying like what month is it? I'm trying
Hold on.
Oh,
I think I'm looking at it wrong. My bad, fellas. Hold on.
September or October. Oh, unless there's a show over out the states. But what?
No, that's 25. Hold up. Vengeance Day, then Chamber, Toronto, then Stand Deliver, then 41, Backlash St. Louis, Saturday main event in May. Then it's Battleground. Yes, I don't know if they have a June or July show as of right now. And that's a damn from May to August. That's a lot of programming that you gotta like just hash out and just have people, you know, be invested in the stories like that. That's a lot, especially with seeing them may not even be there like all the time.
Well,
You're gonna be one off.
Last year, I'm looking at it now. Last year, King of the Ring was in May.
Okay, hard time. That's so they're trying to do Evolution Part 2, but that's for the females in July.
Oh yeah. You're right.
So it'll be Backlash, main event, Evolution, another main event, and then SummerSlam, and then Clash in Paris at the end of August.
When's Money in the Bank?
That's a great fucking question.
Those are two.
Money in the Bank was that June and July. That's where it has to be in one of those months. I just don't think it's confirmed yet. Let me see. Money in
Right.
the Bank.
That's probably it. That's probably where we are. There's no way they get rid of King of the
No,
Ring, or Money in the Bank. So they
they gotta
probably
have
haven't.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they just haven't announced it yet.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because they bugging out. Where we at? My last point would have been um. So they aired. I know we spoke about this topic a month ago, but now it's like official. Now they airing it, but um, the vignette for Triple H going into the Hall of Fame. As of right now, it's only him, Luger, and Michelle McCool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Right.
do we expect more names? I would hope so. Maybe one or
Oh,
two more, unless they're gonna be on their baseball bullshit and just have one or two guys or three guys come in every year and not have seven people all in one show. They're trying to you know be thin with that. But Hunter will be the headliner, and rightfully so.
yeah.
Congrats to him, Luger and Michelle. But um, I'm not sure if I did. I apologize. But did we talk about Hunter? Um, like your favorite matches of him? Like a Mount Rushmore of Triple H matches. Um, I think I brought up the fact of the McMahon Helmsley was underrated. I do
Yeah.
recall that, but I don't recall if it's we got into the matches portion of it.
I don't think we did. I think we talked about maybe that, maybe not. We talked about the McMahon Helmsley, impact of DX, but I don't think we've came up with like a your own Mount Rushmore of 100 matches.
So Terrence,
Oh wow.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Mount Rushmore.
I'll start with you.
Oh man. Woof.
Triple H Mount Rushmore of matches for you was your four favorite Triple H, soon to be two-time Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, yeah, because
Two-time future two-time Hall of Famer Triple H. Any what's your Mount Rushmore of
Or
Triple H
favorite.
matches?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a lot of them. To be honest, I mean, obviously, like I was a huge fan of him, particularly as leader of DX.
Yeah,
Um, Start off with Kenny.
Kenny,
I feel like I
come
feel like you
on.
have him on the top of mind.
The Game, Cerebral Assassin, two-time Hall of Famer. Any
I feel like you did
matches
all.
that stand out to you?
one would be the 2 out of 3 falls, i.e., hint that he had against Stone Cold at No Way Out, 2001. That's
I got to see that match. I don't remember it.
that is like the end. That was supposed to end this ongoing beef from '99 to
Mm-hmm.
2001. It was the first match was a regular wrestling match. Second one was a street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Third one was a Hell in a Cell. I mean, excuse me, a cage match. Excuse me. So
Okay.
it was pretty good. It was supposed to end this ongoing beef that happened since when, fierce competitors, fierce rivals. That's my one match. My second one would be I would give Cactus Jack and against Cactus Jack in the Garden in
The Royal Rumble.
the Royal Rumble. I was almost going to say on Raw, but
Mm.
the one in 2000 was held more because Triple H held his own as the McMahon Helmsley era, and he was basically the head honcho, and he really got hurt in that match and was still performing.
Mm-hmm.
He got a cut on his leg, and he got cut on his head. So that was a real good match. The pedigree on the thumbtacks, that's a signature moment I think people remember.
Mm-hmm.
Another one to me that was really, really good was oh him versus Triple H versus Shawn SummerSlam.
Okay.
That was Shawn's comeback, but
Mm-hmm.
to see Triple H hit Shawn at the end of the match with that sledgehammer, that was really like next level new birth of Triple H as like cerebral assassin status.
Right.
That was really good. So Austin, Triple H. Then I got Cactus Jack, Triple H, Michaels, and Triple H, and oh,
One more.
it's really it's man, it's these two are tough because I got one and I got one, but if I miss out on this one, I have to put on an honorable mention because it's still so good. I'm gonna go Triple H versus Taker. Triple H versus Taker at the Hell in a Cell with
Okay,
Michaels being the special guest referee.
I agree.
It was that match, and my honorable mention would be Backlash 2000 between Hunter and Rock because
Where
it's
Stone Cold came out.
yeah. Despite before Austin came out, Hunter and Rock was straight up performing. They was doing the match that we should have got at WrestleMania 2000. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that was the one time that they were really fighting. I mean, the other one was the Iron Man match was really good, but that match was really good because they were really performing as well. So yeah, but
Which also makes 25 years coming up.
yeah,
WrestleMania 2000. So I would like to do something on that. Um, but oh man,
didn't we do that?
you know me, I do the anniversary joints.
But I feel like
So
I feel like we talked about 2000.
yeah, but I'm talking about more in depth and getting someone to come on, and that might have been in that time frame or covered it. That's I'm trying to do that. I gotta ask somebody.
All right,
Um, Terrence. Well, me, I would say the Hell in a Cell with Taker. Well, again for me, Taker Hell in a Cell with Hunter at 28. I will go Hunter and Sean SummerSlam 2002, the Last Man Standing match or the unsanctioned match, whatever it was.
thank you.
Um, Triple H. Maybe the Iron Man with The Rock at Judgment Day,
Okay.
where Taker came out. Um, Triple H. Um, I like the cactus joints, but I think the one match that always stands out um is the him and the Rock the ladder match at
Mm.
SummerSlam '98. Now this is DX still Hunter, good guy, long pants Hunter, but still that's probably one of the all time greatest ladder matches ever. Is SummerSlam, it's the Garden, it's the Rock, the height of the Nation domination, the height of DX. So it's like, hey, give me China. Mark Henry's involved. There's a lot of stuff going on, but to me, I'll take that match.
Well, you guys said two of the ones that were top of mind.
Are you looking it up? Are you cheating?
No,
Oh,
should be. But you said two of the ones that were top of mind for me. The first one being Triple H versus The Rock. That
which
one,
one?
what was it, SummerSlam?
Okay.
Oh yeah, at the Garden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because I feel like that was their best match of their long-standing feud, and their feud always felt like a real personal feud.
see now that I don't know about that one.
I feel like
Because when Hunter goes on his own, he's heavy, the champion. Like you had the Judgment Day, you had the Backlash. Like those are that's tough though. That's tough.
I'm gonna go, and it's probably easy for me to say it, but I feel like that clip runs over and over and over as a Shawn Michaels fan, and you're wearing his shirt. But the triple threat match with Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H,
Oh, when Hunter, when Triple H,
ding, Shawn Michaels kicks him, just set the tone. Like it felt like when
yeah,
Kobe runs through Pau Gasol, and everybody's like, "Man, I just won a championship. You're not gonna do that." Like, nah, that's my man, but a title's on the line. I don't give a fuck if that's my
Yeah.
man. Like, I think that was one of his best matches. There's another match, and honestly, pardon me for forgetting, but there's a match that the two of them had on Raw.
Oh yeah.
with Jericho.
No.
Oh,
Shawn.
no. Michaels and
Hunter.
had
And
a match
Hunter.
overall for the title.
They fought mad times, but they had
I know,
the
but there's-
Armageddon joint. They had the three stages of hell. Then they had the Hell in a Cell at the Royal Rumble. To the
Yeah.
they went at it, bro.
I mean, you're right. They're the best of frenemies.
That's right.
But there's this one episode of Raw from like Sean's second run
Okay.
that they had that was like a real memorable match for me.
Mhm.
Again, I hate to make it about Sean, but they're just so synonymous for me. That's some of my favorite. And that's the thing. Let me correct what I said before about him and The Rock in the match at SummerSlam. Favorite versus whether that makes it the best, different. But for me, it was my favorite one because it just felt like, that tension between the two of them. They were always going for who was really the top dog. So that one to me, like, was my favorite, where it felt like, all right, like, the fans are really getting to see, like, who's establishing themselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was one of the Hell in the Cells. I feel like if I had to pick, was he in the first Hell in the Cell?
No.
What was his first Hell in a Cell match? Remind me.
Hunter?
Yeah. Was it with?
It was with
Was it with Kane?
Cactus?
Cactus Jack.
Cactus
2000.
Jack. Okay.
2000. No Way Out.
I feel like he helped establish like Hell in the Cell as like a part of the business. I say it like that. So I would probably say that his first Hell in a Cell match with Cactus Jack is probably one of my favorites.
I would say a very underrated match for both Triple H and John Cena from WrestleMania 22 is a match that, and Kenny's like, what are you talking about? If you look back at that match, that's a very underrated because I think John did a lot more in that match than what he was doing prior. And obviously, when you get in the ring with the game in the main event for the title at a WrestleMania, it's like, bro, you got to bring your shit. And I think in real life, where Hunter didn't think John was going to be that guy or could be that guy, and once you see that match, when it's all said and done, you're like, oh shit, like, hold on, and Cena made Hunter submit, so oh shit, like. He just made Hunter tap out in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania, the main event. Oh,
was this around the time when Cena was getting shit from okay, because there was that time period where he was getting shit where it felt like he was on that real,
he was champ too long, kept winning, never lost. Yo, come on,
they don't.
But also,
Hunter can't beat Cena.
They like to talk shit about the Usos. Every match is the same. Like it felt like, yo, all right, like you just don't have. But he answered it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also, let me make it clear, I don't believe that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
the internet wrestling community likes to say that shit.
That's why I was saying 22 is very underrated for both guys. That it don't get talked about enough for both. So, but if I pick the honorable mention, it could be WrestleMania 22. I think we covered a lot today, right? Nothing I'm missing, and it is March. There's quite a few other mains coming up that have anniversaries, and we're not doing a show on the exact day, but I know for a fact Sunday the 17th is 23 years since WrestleMania 18 with Hogan and The Rock. I know that for a fact.
That was a good
WrestleMania 10 makes do my math.
Wow.
30? No, WrestleMania 10 is 35 years on March 20th. Wow.
First day of spring.
That's crazy, right? WrestleMania 10 is fucking 35 years old. Am I bugging?
No. Really?
Yeah, 94. No, I'm bugging. 31 years. 31, not 35.
I was about to say 30.
35 is crazy. What the fuck? Yeah, listen, I went to summer school twice for math, so just nah.
Okay, it'll be 31 years. You're right.
It'll be 20 years for WrestleMania 21 coming up in April. I know that.
30 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
Oh, 20 years. Okay.
And
Man,
then to the 25th coming up for 2000. So that'll be very interesting in April. But yeah, man, this was fun. A minute
I
10.
have one more question
Oh
before we
no,
jump.
what's
here we
up?
go.
I'm just. I mean, I feel like it's a good question,
Let's
and they
do it.
usually are, Randy. You know that.
I know.
I don't come back with no bullshit for the last
All
the
right, what
last
we got? What we got?
you brought, and it was because of a point you brought up. I had to pin it. But is there anyone else that we're hoping gets announced for Hall of Fame this year that maybe isn't in? Um, do either of you have someone that's like, man, I hope this person gets in?
That I think is realistic, or we talk about just anybody who's not in.
I'll let you interpret. I mean, that you hope. Like it's just a who would you want to see get the nod? Who do you think
Hey,
deserves it? That isn't in yet, but you're just like, man, like they deserve it.
Kenny, want to go first, or
Diamond Dallas Page,
Yeah.
DDP. Give it to
he's not in it?
No,
Time out.
Diamond Dallas Page.
No.
I will give it to Dallas Page.
He's got to be in the Hall of
He
Fame.
deserves
Bro.
a head nod. DDP, WCW, good. The man fought in Ready to Rumble. Okay, he fought in Ready to Rumble against David Arquette. Okay, like, but no. Jokes aside, DDP on WCW. I would have liked it if he would have got more of a push. I know I said this before with WWE, WWE. It would have been.
I'm going to stop you, not because I'm being rude. He got inducted in 2017.
Oh,
DDP, that's what I'm saying. DDP's been in that shit, bro.
Who
okay.
inducted him?
All right, so we're going to scrap that
I
whole segment.
retract that.
All right, let's start over. Kenny, who would you want to see in the Hall of Fame, man? That's not in the Hall of Fame currently.
That's a tough one. Man.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Kenny, it sometimes it's like you kind of forget because we knew that Lex wasn't in because of like how how glaring it was. Like wow, Lex was not in.
Mhm.
But it just sometimes you forget, like, because what made me even think of the question before that was I was like, oh, I hope Jacqueline gets in, and I didn't realize that she had been inducted the year prior in 2016. So I was like, oh, okay, so
man,
that's
that needs a head nod. I don't know, someone that just comes to your mind. Just throw it out there.
I think Psycho Sid.
Psycho.
I'm always gonna say Owen Hart. He's not in. I will always say Demolition because they're not in.
Is there a reason behind Demolition? Like, was there beef?
There was there was some things going on, lawsuit I think going back and forth. So that's how it is.
Yeah.
So Demolition, Psycho Sid, Owen Hart. I don't want to think anybody who's like the modern. I think I'm trying to think who modern is not in, but should be.
I can't say
from a male or female standpoint. That has to be away from for a while. It's like it's not many that I could think of.
What about Molly Holly?
Molly Holly.
I mean, she was a pretty big star at the time.
She had some title. She held the title.
I think you're gonna be 0 for 2. I think she's in. Yeah, 2021, Molly Holly.
Damn.
Tough one. Well, Sid was my answer. I will say that.
Is Mickey James in there? Hold on, let me see something.
I think Mickey is in there.
Mickey James. Oh, because if she's not, let me see.
What about Bray Wyatt? Is it too soon?
I can say Bray Wyatt.
Wasn't he inducted last year?
No,
I think so.
I don't think Mickey James is in the Hall of Fame.
Wow,
unless I'm bugging. Hold on, I'm double checking.
I feel like Mickey's in it.
bro, they're telling me she's not in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a future Hall of.
Wow.
Oh no, wait. No, that can't be real.
Mickey James is not in the Hall of Fame?
I unless I'm bugging. Hold up, y'all. 'Cause someone did an article in January, Mickey James to get inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2025? Question mark. 42-year-old star is pushing for it. So Mickey James is not in the Hall of Fame.
I think she deserves it.
I think so.
I would say Mickey James Hall of Fame. Like Sid, Demolition, those Owen Hart.
Oh, random. Christian.
Now when he's in the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
company.
He's got to.
Yeah,
he's not
him
gonna get
and
it right
Jericho. Yeah, they're gonna get in. Just not not right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Not right now.
I
That's
got one for you
crazy.
guys.
What's up?
I got one. He was
Time
a
out.
fan.
Hold up.
He-
Hold on. Wait. Did Batista get in yet?
oh
Oh.
no,
Ugh.
Batista's
he's
not
not
in.
Batista's
No.
not in there. No.
because wasn't there like a little bit of?
I think
I don't think
was
it was with Hunter, but there was like a little bit of beef for a while with Batista, right? Like, but
no.
not with Hunter though.
Okay.
It's something. It was something, but yeah.
There was something there. But hopefully they can, bury that hatchet. Batista 100% deserves to be in, and
I'll say Batista, Mickey James are two people that I'll be like, yo, check. And if you want to have somebody else, tag team Demolition. Demolition, Sid, Batista, Mickey James would be like the four entities I would say, yo, put them in. Because it'd be weird. It'd be weird just to have three people go in, and that's it.
yeah, it's usually like 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you never know. Like they might be cutting back.
Yeah.
Why?
I would say Sid was top of mind for me.
Mhm.
I thought he should have been in years ago. You know what I mean? And not have to go in posthumously. I have another one. He wouldn't be ahead of anyone you just said. But given
Can we guess?
do you want a hint or you feel like
Yeah. Like what era is he from?
he's from
Like New Generation, Attitude Era.
I was just about to say he's a little bit like the middle of New Generation, end of Attitude. Oh, sorry, not end.
Oh,
Of,
you
beginning
know
of
what?
Attitude. Sorry, beginning of Attitude. He's
I
New
hope we're not thinking about the
Generation.
same person.
He's definitely New
though.
Generation, and he's beginning of Attitude. But like beginning of Attitude, I feel like he kind of I want to say fades out. I think, yeah. Like,
And he's not with no other promotion.
I don't remember him being in WCW. I
No,
can't say that he
right
wasn't.
now he's not active. right now.
Oh no, he's old as hell. He's
Because I thought you were gonna say Goldust, but he's with AEW.
oh nah. I thought Goldust, but I feel like
New Generation.
I actually believe that I think they'll bring him back at some point.
Yeah, they
do
have
something
to.
with Cody. I feel like I don't know. Before he retires, I think
Ken Shamrock?
Shamrock is he not in?
Ken Shamrock.
I don't
Ken
think
Shamrock may not be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't
Right?
think Shamrock's in.
That's a good guess, though. That's
Got
a real
one.
good guess.
D'Lo Brown.
He's not currently in the Hall of Fame.
Huh?
D'Lo's not in the Hall of Fame.
No, Ken Shamrock.
Oh,
Well, Ken Shamrock, I don't think D'Lo Brown's in the Hall of Fame either.
You know who I would guess too?
oh, wait, Randy, I got to say this out loud before I forget.
Yes.
Sorry, hold that thought though. You're right because I just saw an interview with D'Lo saying that he wouldn't want to go in if Draws isn't also inducted.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I had to say that, Randy, because it was a really good point.
Yeah, he felt like he injured Draws. So
Right.
yeah.
So he was like, I don't want to go in if I don't get to go in with him. But Randy, what were you gonna say?
I had two more tag teams and then we're done.
Well, I still gotta guess the guy. I'll tell y'all the person I'm thinking.
Are the Outlaws in?
Well, DX. Oh
But
no.
New Age Outlaws.
Like just as them, like as
Yeah,
that tag team.
tag
I don't
team.
think so. You think they'll get in as just that tag team?
I think they should. Why not?
It's not Gangrel, is it?
No.
Gangrel? No,
No.
no. I'm gonna guess in a second, but maybe now with the TNA thing, like, could we see Hardy Boys get in there?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel like they just,
yeah.
But again, to your point, like, well, you're right. I think maybe because of the now that they have the relationship with TNA, they'll get in. But I feel like they're the type that like headline. So they would have to, you know what I mean? Like
not with Hunter involved. No.
Right. Yeah.
Close out.
Kind of honestly, low key, same goes for Batista. Batista would have to headline.
Yeah,
so,
next year, Batista. Sorry.
Um,
I'm trying to guess who this guy. New generation that leaks into the Attitude Era. I'm gonna spend.
But ends like kind of beginning of Attitude Era.
Was he good?
He was a really good mid card.
Ahmed Johnson.
Wait, you said Ahmed Johnson, and what'd you say, Ken?
Jeff Jarrett?
No. Both good. I mean, really solid answers. I feel like Jeff Jarrett he never won the heavyweight championship, did he?
No.
No.
Not E, no.
Yeah. I love Ahmed Johnson, and I would 100% love to see him in the Pearl River plunge make it in, but he wasn't the person I was thinking of.
Is he a singles guy or like a tag team guy?
Mostly singles. He tag team a little bit, but not. You wouldn't remember him for a tag team. I'll say that. Although I think he was tag team champion one time as a heel. I think. Don't quote me.
I should know who he is.
Yeah. When I say it, all three of us will be like, "Oh, we know him."
No,
he's in.
I think he's in. I think Boss Man. A Big Boss Man was before New Generation, so he's the golden era.
Damn, it's really
not Yoko. I think Yoko's in already.
Yoko's in.
Luger's gonna get in.
You want one more hint?
Yeah, what's another?
Yeah, give me some.
He was an IC champion
in the New Gen era.
Yes.
All right, so that's not Hunter, that's not Goldust, that's not Razor. That's not Stone Cold. I'm thinking all the IC. That's not Brett. It's not.
I think Brett was champion of the New Gen era.
Yeah. Intercontinental. Not Shane Douglas, right? Not Dean Douglas.
Was he in the New Gen era?
Yeah, he was with Shawn. Remember with the fight in Syracuse and the 1-2-3 kid.
Oh, you're right.
Who was?
Sometimes I forget where Shane.
Because it ain't Shamrock, right? It's not Shamrock.
Not Shamrock. Yo, you guys are gonna be like, oh,
Intercontinental champion.
He definitely won an IC champion.
I'm stuck. I'm sorry.
It's not Ahmed Johnson.
No, again, I love him though, so I would love to see him.
It's not Owen Hart, obviously. Bulldog, no. Not
Bulldog's in already.
Yeah. I know Brian Pillman's not in there.
I'm stuck.
Was he ever? He wasn't IC champion. Was he?
No, I'm saying in general. Brian Pillman would just be like a name that you would think. Hold up, no. I'm giving myself 2 minutes, man, because I'm
here. I give up. I'm sorry.
I'm not Intercontinental champion in the New Generation era.
I'm 90. Let me fact check that.
I'm fried. I don't know who.
Yeah. Let Terrence fact check, and if the facts come out correct, then I'm giving myself 2 minutes to guess, and if not, I'm out of here. Don't do that, Kenny. Don't do that. We've had shows for 1 hour 40, 2 hours.
No, I just want to. It's not that. I just want to know who.
Okay, was he a face or a heel?
Face. For sure.
Oh, he's a good guy in the
Vader's already in, right?
It's not Razor, obviously. Not Razor, not Shawn. Not Diesel.
Actually, I take it back. I don't think he was Intercontinental champion. But I remember.
Come on, man.
Let me see.
The heavyweight champion or the tag champion?
I want to say he was a tag champion.
It's not. Oh man. I mean, gave us bad information.
I mean, he was.
Who was he? Hardcore champion?
Godfather? No.
I think Godfather's in.
Is he in already?
Damn.
I think so. No, what we gotta get some facts because if he's not Intercontinental Champion, then
that's my bad. I thought he was.
so what does he have? What accolades does he have? King of the Ring.
Let's see. Huh?
Hardcore Holly.
No,
He made okay. I'll say this.
may say Bob Holly
Bob
with the racer outfit. The racer.
How you like me now?
Oh, Val Venus.
Nah.
No.
Although he probably could get in.
Yeah.
No. Steve Blackman.
You know what was crazy? I gotta. This is on me. He never won. Intercontinental Champion.
So did he win anything?
I don't think so. Maybe I
How you fucking Hall of Famer, bro?
I know because I thought he had. Yo, that's my word. I thought he was Intercontinental Champion at one point.
He has no accolades, no nothing.
The best I could do. I'm looking for like where's his championships, but
give me something.
I thought he was a tag team champion, but I thought
and he's not even tag champion.
Nah, this is crazy. I take it back. I take it back.
Who's the person?
This guy really a Hall of Famer now?
I don't think he is. I thought he.
What's his name?
Who is he, man? Just tell me.
Tatanka.
Bruh.
I thought he was Intercontinental
Champion.
Tatanka.
He had never
I wasted
won.
my time on Tatanka, bro.
Our guesses were pretty good. We should have went with those,
bro. I'd rather put Savio Vega in there before fucking Tatanka.
I thought Tatanka won an IC championship this whole time.
No,
oh my god,
he never did. Sorry
to you, Tatanka. You know,
yeah, Savio Carlito get above Tatanka. All right,
I should have said Santino Marella.
Yo, that's my word. I thought he was.
Excuse you, Santino.
He Hall of Famer. Santino, you gonna put him in the Hall of Fame?
Over Tatanka.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, y'all don't gotta go crazy on Tatanka. Though, let's not pretend that he wasn't a fan favorite. You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm not. Come on, bro. Really, bro?
I'm not. I'm the way I
you know
retract
what?
my Hall of Fame.
Put Tatanka and put in Repo Man right after him.
Yo, okay. You want to know who my worst?
I bet you $10. Kenny does not know who the Repo Man is.
But Kenny's like way younger than me, so he would.
He's supposed to know this stuff.
That's fair, Ken. I was trying to stick up for you.
All right, Kenny. Repo Man is Smash from Demolition.
I have a since I botched that one.
Yes.
I have my worst Hall of Famer who I do wish made it to the Hall of Fame.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler.
For real?
Yes. I think the Brooklyn Brawler, his picture is up in the Barclays. He was like
should he get in though?
I legitimately feel like he was such a terrible, he was so bad that he was good. Like you knew if Brooklyn Brawler was in that match on Saturday morning, he's about to get his ass whooped. And I loved it.
And that's your Hall of Famer. Who won like maybe 10 matches, 5 of his whole career?
Did he win that many?
I don't know. Probably less.
Right. But I feel like he was so important, put so many guys over. I would not be mad seeing them. And tell me one other jobber that you know by name that has and if I'm not mistaken, he won the match in Brooklyn at the Barclays.
So you want to put him in for being the greatest jobber of all time?
100%. 100%. He's my worst Hall of Famer of all time, but he deserves it.
No titles, no nothing, no W's.
Yeah, he come out dirty, ripped shirt, cigar.
Yeah,
put him in the Hall of Fame. I'm with it.
You put Brooklyn Brawler. I'm putting Funaki, SmackDown's #1 announcer,
Funaki
into the Hall of Fame.
Who's your worst, Randy? Humor us. Who is your worst?
Funaki, Kaientai. I'm putting Takamichi. I'm putting Kaientai in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, bro.
Taka and Funaki.
They already put in my man Coco Beware, and then I'm like, what match did Coco Beware win?
He was kind of just like a legend. I feel like for being,
For being what? Just
let's keep it above. It wasn't that many black talent at the time, and he was
I hear
formidable.
you. I hear you.
And to that point, I can't remember him winning any titles.
That's what I'm saying.
So Tatanka getting in isn't that far of a stretch.
And Brooklyn Brawler can get in for being the best, the greatest jobber of all time.
I genuinely feel he could.
Well, you got nothing to say on Funaki?
Nah,
No.
I got no accolades for Funaki.
Hardcore champion.
Hold up, my bugging. Last point is Kane in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, I think so.
Bro, you told me DDP wasn't, and then now maybe I think Kane is in.
I think Kane is in from 2007.
Yeah, he's in. He was that same class, that 2021 class.
21, okay, all right.
Yeah, because I feel like Taker was the one who inducted him.
Yeah, okay, just double checking. So yeah, I think they slowly running out of people, so now they got to dim it down. 3 at a time now, because I'm not gonna put 5 of you. Then I gotta make some shit up after that.
Yo, listen, I'm now gonna campaign for the Brooklyn Brawler get into the Hall of Fame on every show. By the way, I'm gonna say it now.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
But if we're being serious, I think Mickey James, Batista, Demolition, Owen Hart, Psycho Sid
for sure
should be
in the next
some people.
Hardy Boy
this year or next year. Yeah, Hardy can.
Hardy, yeah. Now again, like with TNA, they'll get in.
Yeah.
And when the others leave, or if they leave, they'll get inducted too. That's way down the line.
Yeah. Kenny, my man, thank you. I appreciate it. Terrence, thank you. Monday, I know Raw is going to be at 3:00 in the afternoon.
St. Patrick's Day.
I work, so we'll do it Tuesday night after NXT, because we can't do Monday. We all working. We got shit to do. So Tuesday after NXT for Raw / NXT, and then the Friday, if SmackDown is going to be airing overseas again, then we're going to do the same thing like we did tonight at the re-airing of SmackDown.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all.
With that.
Yep.
Love you guys. Appreciate you. I know it's happening soon, and I'll see you on Tuesday night.
Shout out to Brooklyn Brawler.
That's right. Future Hall of Famer.
Number 1 announcer. Funaki.